Just, a heck of a college basketball game. Another amazing environment in here for the Crossroads. Got to give Butler a lot of credit. They're a heck of a team, battle-tested. Have a lot of guys that have been in big ones and have won a lot of big games. And I thought they were really good today. Our guys, for whatever reason, they just keep finding a way to muddy it up. And however many games it's been now in a row, it seems like we just kind of are in those huddles feeling the same way every game, and they have a confidence about each other. Sometimes it's a different guy. Sometimes it's, the same guy, but a lot of different people and a lot of great attitude, throughout, a very, very tough game. And I give our guys some credit as well. And, Rob obviously will be the hero with the game winner, but, clearly there's a lot of guys who did great things, but Juwan Morgan is as good of a game as I've been involved in a long time.
Can you maybe just take us through what you were looking for on that last possession, because it didn't really seem to be going a whole lot of anywhere for a few seconds there?
Yeah, we've run the action a few times in the game, and give them credit. They really tried to do their best to take the ball and not let Romeo get a catch, which is what we were trying to get him a catch. And either we didn't screen because I didn't see it, or it got blown up. And they definitely tried to take the ball out of his hands, which it did. It happened. Devontae was stuck. Didn't panic, I guess, a little bit. As the clock wound down, he kind of just got rid of the ball, and obviously Rob had the wherewithal to let it go. And I would be lying if I said it when he shot it. I didn't think it had a chance to go in. I just didn't know the time. But they definitely blew the play up. We weren't strong enough to execute it and get the ball where we wanted to. And, it's part of getting better. We got to keep getting better.
Well, what do you enjoy most about coaching Juwan Morgan?
Every day is the same. Game day is no different than practice. There are very, very few guys that have that ability to eliminate moodiness. They have the ability to not feel tired. But for about 2 years straight, through about 150 practices, that's what I get to see every day. Not that his game days are perfect, but that's what I see every day, a guy that just plays the right way. And to his credit, he's really turned into a really good leader vocally. He's a guy he's kind of really evolved over the last year and some change.
Coach, everyone's going to remember his three, but the possession before when he drives the baseline and finds Justin.
Yeah, he kind of probed it, baseline, kept his dribble, didn't panic. Justin circled into the area, and he delivered a really nice bounce pass on that. Tried to get a two-man game going on that one with Romeo and Juwan, and give Butler credit. They continue to really kind of blow up actions and screens. But Rob and Juwan worked a little two-man game on the side of the floor, and he turned the bend. He got around the corner, and he was able to make an assist.
So, Archie, on that final play that they blew up, was Romeo supposed to get the ball in time to then do a two-man game with Juwan, or was Juwan just setting screens and being a...
We just really wanted, to be honest with you, to get him open and get him sort of on a sweet spot right there in the top and see if he can get downhill with his right hand. If he would have caught it, I think he would have been able to get downhill with his right hand. But, again, give them credit, and we've got to do a better job of executing the screen in action.
A lot of people have asked about Juwan. You've talked about him there, but especially with this young team, how important has he been, both in terms of maybe the standard he's setting on the court and his ability to talk some of these guys through rough patches in these close games that you guys just kind of seem to keep winning?
You got to give him all the credit in the world. He's vocal in huddles. He's really an extension of the staff. If you can communicate something to him, he can get it communicated to the other guys. I mean, he's a smart basketball player. But definitely in huddles, you hear a guy talking, it's encouraging. And I think he gives everyone confidence on the team when he's engaged. When you see the face, the oldest face on the team being the guy that everyone sort of looks to when things aren't going real well, I think that has to give people confidence. And, he definitely does that for us.
Arch, you mentioned at the Open, you keep finding a way to muddy it up as a team. Is it the same thing over and over, or is it different areas that are allowing you to be in these kind of games?
I think the same thing over and over on the negative is our lack of movement, our lack of action on offense, and it turns into a standstill game. And you got to take care of the ball. And those two things really kind of get us in tough spots. When we're sort of good or we're better, we're able to execute, we're able to get better possessions offensively because we shoot a decent percentage. The thing that you got to hang your hat on at the end of the day is your defense can kind of hang in there when things aren't going well. And when things haven't gone well for us, we have not quit. We've kind of stuck with it. And not that you're perfect, but you're at least getting and hanging around and just keeping yourself in it. And if you look at the last, I guess, 12, maybe last 16 minutes, I don't know what the score was the last 16, 12 minutes, but started to really consistently get some stops. And I thought Rob on Baldwin, although he's a tough guy to deal with, I thought, Rob kind of hung in there around the basket a few times and didn't bail out and kind of, walled up and made some tough stops. And we got some rebounds. We were able to get, the ball, and at least run a play. First half in particular, again, long rebounds, and I think 23 points at halftime were we second chance or we turned the ball over, and give them credit. Second half, I don't think that was the case. I think we only turned it over 6 times in the second half, and then I believe we won the battle on the glass. So, it comes down to little things, but I do think our guys believe that if we continue to kind of play and work together, that defensively we can win a game when we're not playing real well. And we've had to do that. But I do think when we get to the last 8, last 4, guys have some confidence that we're okay.
Coach, kind of following up on that, when the offense seems to be struggling early, Romeo's done a really good job of letting the game come to him and not forcing stuff early. But he didn't score a hoop till, I think, 5 minutes left in the first half. Do you need him to start hunting shots a little earlier, maybe?
I think Romeo does a great job of just playing within himself. In the first half, sometimes when the ball's going away from us as a staff or the ball's going away from you as a coach, you got to have to watch those guys and let them play. And when you're not doing real well working together out there, you don't have the movement, you don't have the sharing, then he's not going to get, or any of them, none of them are going to get the touches or the angles or the reads that they need to get. And that's the thing that you got to get better at as a team. And but he hung in there. I told him a couple times, hey, you're going to have to get yourself going on the glass in this game, a couple offensive rebounds, because, be honest with you, Butler's a very tough team to drive on. It just is. They've always been a tough team to just take the ball and just drive by your man. They help. They're good on defense. They're big at the 5. When he started to get rolling, though, he got going. He made some good plays for us in the first and second half.
You talked about guys not quitting, basically, to stick on Rob a little bit. Just what is it that's made him good late in games, on both sides of the floor? Because he obviously had that stop against Penn State as well. It seems like he's able to just kind of keep it together when he needs to make a play there.
He's got confidence in himself. He's very competitive. It's a quiet competitiveness that he has about him that he believes in kind of he can get it done. And, I thought early in the game, I got him a quick blow early. I thought he was a little bit jittery with the ball to start. And then as the game kind of wears on, you just start to go with him because, you have faith that he's going to be able to get a stop. You have faith he's going to be able to hang in there defensively. And then, for whatever reason, he's not afraid to take or make a play, when we need him to. And, he's just a solid dude. He's a good kid, works his butt off, hangs in there regardless of the circumstances in the game. And, you've watched a guy here recently in the last probably 3 games make some just huge plays for us.
Archie, you inherited this spot in this classic. What do you think about it? I mean, obviously you guys complain about it. You want this Saturday in December. Do you want to keep doing this?
I tell you what, the environment in here is so NCAA tournament-esque. It's so passionate. It's kind of hard not to want to be in here. For Indiana and Indiana University and the city of Indianapolis, my feel is in here, this is a great environment for our team. I also think it's a hard game for Indiana in here because I do think that you come in here and you get that bullseye put right on you regardless of the circumstances that you have to play through that. It's a great opportunity for the other 2 teams in the state that, you're not going to get a chance to play them very often if it's not set up like this. So for us, I've been in it twice, won 2 crazy games. Clearly it feels really good when you win. If it was on the other end, I probably would tell you the opposite. But the environment for our players, though, is incredible to play in. I would say that. That is an incredible venue. The fan bases, obviously, I think, are very excited for it. So for us, to me, this is nothing but a positive for our university, our fans, and our players. Most specifically, it's a great chance for them to play in here.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Guys are wrapped up in the shower. I'm going to bring them here as soon as they're dressed. Also,